season 4 is going to be our biggest one yet, and that's may or may not be our last season.
May the Force be with you. The Lightsaber Guys bring a galaxy far, far away to our own backyard.
Have fun, relax, and be safe.
Big plans for spring break? The Office of Health Promotion has a few tips to keep you safe during your big week off.
Overall, I think this new UC has a lot better options.
Hope you have an appetite. Burgers & Company is serving up something big for March Madness. Bear News starts now.
Hello there, and welcome to Bear News. I'm Alani Castellano.
And I'm Mia Olivas. Thanks for joining us.
Star Wars is considered one of the most memorable and impactful series on the planet, and one of the most iconic images from the series is the lightsaber. It's an elegant weapon from a more civilized age, and here on campus, one club wants to show you what to do in case your opponent takes the high ground.
In a place not far away, a group of college students come out with lightsabers tonight. But what drives them to do this? Whether it is silly or not, Michael Knowlton says it's simply just fun.
No, at the end of the day, yeah, it is a little silly, but we're grown men fighting with lightsabers, but I mean, it's still fun.
This group of boys have amassed so much popularity that they were invited to a local restaurant.
Daruma was cool because we had never fought inside something like that before. We got someone from Daruma reached out to us and asked us to fight there, and at first we were like, there's no way this is going to work. It's too small in there. But we got there and we were like, we'll see what we can do. So we got there and we saw where they wanted us to fight, and it turned out okay.
Like it was a phenomenal performance for that little of a space, and the crowd showed us great support. They enjoyed it.
But as their popularity grows, it gives way to controversy. The rumors on Yikta have sparked around the lightsaber guys' lack of inclusion. They deny this accusation, saying anyone can join.
Anyone who actually knows us would know that it's not true, especially like when it comes to like not allowing people to fight with us. We have impromptu fights for that reason, and we have never denied anyone the access to those fights, no matter what.
My response is we had a statement about it last semester, and that's how it's gonna go. Is we're just not gonna pay attention to it anymore. It's just the hate's gonna be there, and we'll still be doing what we like doing, and it's fun for us.
Star Wars inspires people all over the world. Michael and Jake have taken their inspiration and turned it into something everyone can interact with.
Star Wars to me, it's a story. I grew up with it. It's my childhood, but it's a story that everyone knows and loves. Even my parents, they talk about Star Wars too, because the originals came out when they were growing up. So Star Wars is just something that like it got so big, and it's still big.
Star Wars is anything you want to make of it. It's you can sit down and you can watch it. You can live it yourself with a story, or you can play it through a video game. It's really up to you.
As season 3 is ending, they tease a possible end to the story.
So we've been hinting at it for a while. So season 4 is going to be our biggest one yet, and that's may or may not be our last season.
Whether you love them or hate them, they're not going away. Reporting from Turner Hall, I'm Ivan de la Garza. Bear News.
Thanks, Yvonne. You know, Mia, the droids are my favorite part of Star Wars. What about you?
These aren't the droids you're looking for. If you're looking for entertainment this weekend and are willing to make the long drive, you can cheer on your UNC Bears swim and dive team. The swimming and diving team is competing at this year's CSCAA National Invitational Championships. UNC had 12 swimmers qualify for the national event. It started on Thursday morning, but it will continue on through Saturday. The competition is hosted in Elkhart, Indiana. Each day, preliminary events will begin at 7:30 a.m. and finals will start at 4 p.m. UNC will be competing in multiple events throughout the weekend. Make sure to tune in today and tomorrow for race results and event information. For more information about the swimmers and events, or to watch the meet, you can watch online through the UNC Swim and Dive website or through the link on their Instagram and Facebook pages.
The High Plains Library in downtown Greeley is nearing completion as crews finish construction. The 62,000 square foot library will feature an events area, a courtyard, innovation spaces, a children's museum, a recording studio, and more. There is a variety of equipment that library members can use, which include laser cutters, 3D printers, and UV printers. Crews are already moving in furniture and even beginning to shelve some books, as the final construction is being completed. The library's former downtown location was torn down to construct the DoubleTree by Hilton Greeley at Lincoln Park. Construction is expected to be done in April, with a grand opening planned in May.
Now let's take it over to Sam, where he will hopefully give us the good news that we won't have any snow this Wednesday. All right, Sam, hit us with it. What does this week look like?
Well, it's been relatively cool these past couple days, but if you're staying here for spring break, temperatures will start to warm up. But let me show you what I'm looking at for the highs today. Right now we can see highs in the 40s, or 50s and 60s all along the Front Range, but 30s and 40s into the mountains. Denver has a high of 63 today. But right now, currently, we can see temperatures right now in the north along in the 40s, but down south we are in the 50s. And if you are traveling home this spring break through the mountains, we do have winter weather advisory set from 5 p.m. Friday going through till 5 p.m. Saturday. All along in this area, we are expected to see a foot or two of snow, plus high winds giving low visibility. So if you are driving home through that area, please drive safely. But Greeley today is looking relatively nice for your Friday with a high of 56 and mostly sunny conditions. But into this weekend, we will start to cool off just a little bit. But then once the start of next week, we will start to see some warmer temperatures as Tuesday and Wednesday have a high of 64. But later into that week, we will start to cool down just a little bit. But we'll head back to Mia and Alani at the desk.
Thanks, Sam. I am so excited we get some warm weather for break.
Me too, it's about time.
It is.
It has been a long semester for us Bears, and luckily spring break is here to save the day. Bear News reporter Will Coleman found an event here on campus spreading the word on staying safe this spring break.
After a long and grueling winter, many college students are making big plans to let loose over spring break. But before students go out to blow off some steam, UNC's own Office of Health Promotion holds Safe Spring Break, an event designed to help students protect themselves and party responsibly.
So Safe Spring Break is a tabling event we host every week before spring break happens, and we invite a bunch of different harm reduction organizations and places that can provide resources to students from around Greeley and the campus in order to provide those resources and information.
Representatives from these organizations lined the UC's main corridor with tables, dispensing information on the various resources available to students for sexual wellness, safe substance use, and food insecurity.
Some of the information and resources we have are from Planned Parenthood or Weld County Health Department, which are related to sexual health and HIV testing. We also have some from Centennial Area Health Education Center, as well as the Northern Colorado Health Alliance, the Northern Colorado Health Network. And then we have some campus organizations like Bear Pantry and ASAP, which are providing just information on how students can use those services here on campus.
Organizers and partners of Safe Spring Break also provided students with useful supplies, handing out condoms, fentanyl test strips, and Narcan.
We often hear about abstinence, like just say no to drugs or don't have sex. And while that is great for some people, that is not what other people choose to do. So we want to make sure that if people are engaging in those activities, that they have the resources to do so in a safer way, in a way that can protect themselves from harm.
Whether they plan on partying hard or catching up on some much-needed sleep, the Office of Health Promotion ultimately has just one piece of advice for students on spring break.
Have fun, relax, and be safe.
With Bear News, I'm Will Coleman.
Thanks, Will. Please enjoy your break, fellow Bears, but do so safely.
If you're looking for ways to celebrate St. Patrick's Day around Greeley, there are a couple of pubs and bars hosting events for those 21 and older. Bar Crawl is hosting a bar and pub crawl in downtown Greeley on St. Patrick's Day starting at 4 p.m. The event includes drink specials, live music and DJs, and some holiday-themed drinks. Tickets are on sale now, and the bar lineup will be announced next week. After Hours, which is located in Center Place, will also be hosting an event for the holiday. Starting at 7, they will have live music, green beer, and they will give a free shot to anyone coming in wearing green. Whether you're staying in Greeley or getting out of Dodge this spring break, have a fun St. Patrick's Day and party responsibly.
We're taking a trip back to the University Center to visit Burger & Company. the last segment in our journey through the new food options. We're also looking at how Burger & Company is taking part in the March Madness madness.
Burger & Company is serving up new options for students and staff. Along with beef burgers, they offer foods like chicken fingers, grilled cheeses, and even fried pickles. There's an option for every palate. Let's hear from a UNC student on their thoughts.
I got the Atomic Bear. There's tomatoes, looks like some pico, jalapenos, onions, lettuce, pepper jack, and the burger. It's spicy. Overall, I think this new UC has a lot better options.
But that's not all. March Madness begins March 14th, and Burger & Company is celebrating with watch parties. If you like college basketball, beer, or burgers, make sure to stop by the University Center later this month. For Bear News, I'm Emily Gutierrez.
Thanks, Emily. March Madness? More like Munch Madness with all this talk about food, right, Mia?
The UNC men's rugby team swept the Bear Den tournament this weekend, coming out with 4 consecutive wins. The team competes in the Rocky Mountain Rugby League against other collegiate rugby teams in the region. After winning the tournament this weekend, our Rugby Bears are headed to the qualifier at Weber State on March 18th, followed by 2 more qualifiers, one on April 8th at Montana State and one on April 15th back on our home turf. To keep up with our Bears rugby team, make sure to check out their Instagram and Facebook at UNC Bears Rugby.
Ghostface returns to hunt down the Carpenter sisters in Scream 6, which releases in theaters today, March 10th. This film marks the return of Hayden Panettiere's character Kirby Reed. Reed is considered a fan favorite among many in the Scream fan base, so longtime fans are eager to see her back on the big screen after her fate was left ambiguous at the end of Scream 4. This is the first film in the franchise which will not feature Neve Campbell's character Sidney Prescott, who has been the iconic final girl of nearly every Scream film so far. Campbell told Variety.com that she declined the offer to join the film because she did not feel like the offer equated to the value she has provided to the franchise. Scream 6 will also be the first film in the franchise to not take place in the fictional small town of Woodsboro. Instead, the characters will face off against Ghostface in the streets of New York City. We'll have to wait and see how these changes and how the new things Scream 6 has to offer impacts the box office and critical performance of the film. Wow, Mia, with Scream 6, the D&D movie, 65, and John Wick 4, March is proving to be a great month for movies.
I know, I'm so excited for 65.
Thank you so much for stopping by, everybody.
We'll see you next time.